properties. The desire was to make money. Desire was to make money. And the opportunity to make money was there in the company. But beyond the desire to make money, I didn't know that God had other plans for me. Of course, I just gave my life to Christ not long after that. There are milestones that happened in my profession that made me to know that it's not just money, that I'm in this as a mission. Shortly after I joined Petal Properties, I'd like to I will mention names because it's a testimony I'm giving to encourage us as Christians, because the industry is one big industry that you see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And then you will find it very difficult to say you're a Christian and you're making it. So we started managing and agitating these properties, and the file was given to me. Within 1 year, the investment grew. Myself, I could not understand. So agitatingly came to my boss. He said, "Oga, this is your boy. This work he's doing is not the work he's supposed to do. Now let him go and look for hall. I will buy musical instruments. I will open church for him." I was angry. He said, "What does this man know about the God I serve?" I told my boss to forget about it, that I'm not there. So he persisted over and over again. So I managed other files, relating with people based on my little Christian knowledge, because I just got born again. Not too long after that, I heard clearly that I should leave the company. I should go start a small work. I had joined myself and I was relating with Sister Leslie, Sonny Renz, Urban Frontiers. So I don't know how many of you know Urban Frontiers. They are a group of young people. So since I couldn't go into ministry, I just found them, these ones that are my age mates, and they are doing this ministry work, fellowshipping with them. So I told my boss I was resigning. So he called me, he said, "What is it? Is it money you want? I will increase your salary." I said, "No, I heard I should go." He said, "Okay, I will go to corporate affairs, I will make you a director." I said, "No, I heard I should go." But brethren, I did not know what I was. I just heard go, and go, I wanted to go. I didn't even have money to pay off for office. So eventually, I left. And then, unknown to me, that one of the person, also a Muslim again, that I have related with, was both a lawyer and a malam to a very big federal establishment on the plateau. I will mention the name. So when I left, God has other plans for me, but I just had go. So I was only able to print letterhead paper that I went to business center, and they just printed. So in the morning, I'll wake up, I'll carry a bag with this rubber stamp inside the bag, and few of those letterhead papers, and I'll just be walking on the road. So people will see me, they say, "You have left your company, so where are you now?" So I said, "Don't worry, just tell me where you are, I will come and meet you." Why? Because I don't have an office. But I heard I should go, and I didn't know why God said I should go. So the man was looking for me. The allergy that he was both his lawyer and what is it called? his malam needed to build 16 shops and 4 flats. And the Alhaji again had gone to meet the DG, who is also a Muslim, that he was a young Christian guy that will come and will manage this project for him, and they will not steal his money. So I have left where I was working, and I was going around, and he was looking for how to get in touch with me. And I was just. So one day he now saw me. Where have you been, Victor? I said, I left where I was working. Of course, I can't start telling him that I had go. And he's asking me, where is your office? I don't have an office. I will go check his office, no money to pay. So as God will have it, he took me to their library. And when I got there, they are professionals. The analogy I'm talking about, let me, for clarity's sake, was the former DG of ITF. So I'm not just cooking up stories. So when I got to their life, they have people, professionals working for him. And they just gave us a simple test. They said, go and get the price of building materials. So I collected the price of cement, the price of wood, and I went, submitted it to the wife. She said, you can go. So a few days after, the other people that were working for him did not know that somebody else had been brought into the team. So they inflected the prices. The things I'm talking, I will pick some things that we address for us as Christians. Because if you say you're a Christian, there should be a difference. There should be a difference. So I went, just gave the price. I went to Katako, collected the price of wood. So they now summoned me. He said, Victor, I said, sir. He said, this price are the price of building materials. I said, yes. He said, are you sure? He said, I can even take you to where I did the market survey. I thought you were looking at the price, and the price was high. He said, are you sure? I said, yes. I can take you to where they gave me the prices. So they said I should go. So I was going, the lawyer, there is also the malam, escorted me. And he just said, don't worry. They're going to give you this work. I didn't know the work that they were going to give you. So I left. A few days after, they called me. So when I got there, little experience about construction. That was the first building that I handled. They said, they're going to build 16 shops. They're going to build 4 flats. So go get the people that are going to work for you. I was young. They gathered the people that were working for them and then asked that they go work with me. So our first meeting, they saw that this man, that they are not going to do what they are used to doing. So they ganged up, they went and told the man, and the man is a novice, he doesn't know anything about building. All manner of things. And I was just looking. After they finished saying, he took a look at them. I said, yes, you may not know about building, you may not know much about building, but anything that has to do with this building that we're going to do, your own pricing, buying of materials, everything is on him. All of you go and work on that. Brethren, that was how I got the money. By the time they paid the first 5% supervision, I was able to pay for office. I was able to make small chairs. And I now, what did they call it, started. Now the journey started with what has happened with Alhaji Tetengi, and then this DG of ITF and his lawyer, and now start seeing that this thing that I'm doing, there is money aspect. There's also that God is sending me, what did they call it, into the real estate world. By the grace of God, some of you that are old in jobs, we know that living faith and Reverend Alaha, that they had boundary issues that was very naughty. PFN could not resolve them. CAN could not resolve them. And I just entered inside the church. My pastor made one announcement. I told my wife in the church, I said, I have solution to this problem. So she looked at me. I said, solution to this problem? So the next day in the morning, I went to Reverend Alaha's office. I said, Reverend Alaha, I have a solution to this problem that you're having. I'm going to move you people from this place to another place and get relief to pay for where you are. He sat down, he looked at me. You know, they've had committees and all those stuff that could not resolve it. But by the grace of God, within months, that problem was resolved to the glory of God. It was my journey with EGLF. So the Reverends told me that there's a ministry that the Reverend needed a place for office. So I met our daddy in the Lord, Reverend Timothy Olonadi. So we had a chat. After the chat, 1-2 meeting, I didn't have time again, I just moved on. Then after some days, he called me, I came, and he said something. He said, have you given up on me? Okay. I said, sir, I didn't know that the transition from Urban Frontiers to him was both for mentoring, because in our line of business, everybody is using something. There are some of my juniors here. Everybody is using something. A few years ago, a young man walked into my office and said he wanted me to mentor him. So I just told him, simple books. I said, go and pick the richest man in Babylon. Go and pick, eat that frog. Say, read these 2 books. When you're done, say, come, then let's talk. He went, he came back. He said, oh, guy, I want you to show me the way. See, mentor me. See, there's something that I'm not telling him. I said, go. And that was it. He got angry with me and he left. Time will fail me in this journey. And from Delta State, you know you do something small and you never know that people are watching you. If you go around town now, you will see people advertising estate, layout, blah, 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 blah. Yours sincerely was the person that stood at the ESCO during the time of Samuel Lalong, and we made the presentation. After we had stakeholders meeting, I was opportune that they saw me and they said, come and join stakeholders meeting to see how they can bring sanity to Plateau State, that they have big urban slums. You go to Rayfield, you're driving in Rayfield, you move from here to here, you, what did they call it, you meet a close. They're describing a house, they will tell you, if you go, you will see one big mango tree, there you like that the town is not planned, and the government does not have the resources. So we sat down and we say, how do we go about this? It is little journey, people looking at you as a Christian, where in forums that you do not even, what do they call it, know about, in times that you do not even know that people are watching you, little sacrifice that you have to make. People will be wondering, how are you moving around? It is the Christian ethics. It is the Christian ethics. The church is structured in a way that people can be mentored. If you want to be mentored, the ministries are there. Opportunities are there. During the time we got born again, there are no ministries like this. It was only Capro. And Capro, those days when you hear that a sister or a brother is leaving us in Jos and is going to join Capro, we will be crying that that sister has chosen to go into punishment. So there are no ministries like this. So I was lucky that God brought me to, what did they call it, to in contact with Reverend Olona, that transited from these are young people, like they could do it. Let me just association with them, and then from there we now got into talking with Reverend Timothy Olona. God has helped us. So at every stage of my journey in real estate, I see the hand of God. When we had the what is it called? The plan, that is to start being laid out. Families were scared of giving government their land. I'm not from Plateau. Families were scared of giving government their land to sell and give them money. But by the grace of God, we've done one, we've done 2, we've done 3, we've done 4, we've done 5, we've done 6 layout. That is, they will just come, say, take, what do they call it, the evangelist, but the discipline. There were people that do not understand the discipline, and they went into it, and at the end of the day, the story is not palatable. What am I talking about? The church has plans God has plans for every one of us. Identify where God has called you. You may not be, what did they call it, a preacher like Reverend Paul. You may not be a missionary like our daddy in the Lord, Reverend Timothy, you know that in full-time ministry. But everywhere we are, they are looking at us as missionaries. And there are things that every other person can do, and they will look away from it. Try it. You'll be surprised that somebody will just ask you, you too, and that will be a big shame. As we go on, God will help us to expatiate. So in a nutshell, I'm a missionary called to help people solving their accommodation needs. And by the grace of God, we have reached out in the course of that. Apart from Reverend Alaha, we have gotten in touch with other ministries. If you talk to Reverend Dangana, we say, when you were looking for a place, this was what God, what did he call it, use this our brother to do. It is a ministry. You go to House on the Rock, by the grace of God, we're there. You can go on and on and on. God has helped us. We're not into full-time ministry, but by the grace of God, I have now seen that God has sent us, and we'll keep praying that God will help us. I will not fail him in that area.